Hey, everybody. Thanks. Good morning. It's Mike. It is very early on Sunday morning. Today's obviously Sunday, and I'm doing my weekly Clearing the Bases episode where I just clear out my browser tabs and bookmarks on Twitter and things like that. Today's very Twitter heavy. It's just a lot of interesting stuff on Twitter in the past week. And I'm going to go through news and interesting things I saw in the past week. And I don't cover the things here that you'll see on every other channel, so you're not going to see Panini Fanatics lawsuits and stuff like that. But what you will see, hopefully, you'll find fun. So let's jump right in. First of all, on Friday, I made a call for you to email me your favorite childhood card, and I have dozens of them here. So you'll see a video, or maybe it's more, it's less than 2 dozen. So not dozens, but more than a dozen. Uh, You'll see a video early in the week. You still have time. You can email me at thejunkwashhero@gmail.com if you want to get yours in there. Here's the headliner for me. Beans Ball Card Blog, who's a subscriber of my channel and a great Twitter user, writes that they bought this 1996 Topps Mantle refractor with coating. And you can see right here, it's PSA says it's a refractor with coating. Bought it on eBay. The eBay listing calls it a refractor with coating, PSA 8. They receive it and it's not a refractor. So then they communicate with PSA and eBay, and both it says both told him to pound sand. You can see the problem here, and I'm not going to go through all of this stuff here. Is that eBay is blaming PSA and PSA is blaming eBay, and when eBay sends it to when they do the authentication guarantee. And I'm not sure why this one went through the authentication guarantee because it was only I think you paid like $80 for it or $60, something like that. It was certainly well under the threshold. So the it, PSA put it through. Sorry, eBay put it through the authentication guarantee. eBay sends it to PSA, and then uh, checking in with our authenticators with graded cards, they'll check the plastic case for signs of tampering before verifying that the case and label are congruent and of the correct grader. I assume that means grade. But if there's error with the grade through PSA, you want to address that with them directly. The card was deemed authentic, but it may be an error card. eBay has no idea what they're talking about here. And meanwhile, uh, yeah, and then they say as the authentication process for graded cards doesn't include assessing the grade itself, that's not the problem. It's the wrong card, or the label is wrong. Uh, and then, so here's where PSA says, if you'd like to get this label corrected, we'd be happy to get you in touch with our CRC team that doesn't want to get the label corrected. He paid for a refractor, paid the refractor price, and didn't get a refractor. So eBay and PSA are both passing the buck, and it's a big problem. I can imagine this is very frustrating, and PSA and eBay are neither of them understand the issue, nor are they being helpful at all. A lot of people told Bean's Ballcar blog to just call eBay, and that apparently gets a lot more assistance. So hopefully he'll do that. Uh, Wander Franco, man, all of my $1 rookie cards are worth a dime now. It's devastating. But a lot of people are having a lot of problems because they paid a lot of money for Wander Franco rookie cards. So somebody put out a Wander Franco for sale thread. You can put all your Wander Franco cards for sale in here. Some interesting ones that I found on Twitter this week. Wander Franco, number to 5, Bowman Chrome Prospect autograph, PSA 10, sale price 2 years ago, just under $200,000. Current value 3x Wendy's 4 for 4 and a Junior Frosty. I don't know what this is worth now, but whew, yeah. And then this person says that seller in 2021 is loving life and thanking their lucky stars that they made the decision to sell. Yeah, I just And you see a lot of videos about this is why prospecting is bad. And here's one. This guy, Mike McKenna, apparently, and I'm speculating here, bought this Prospect Auto Speckle PSA 10 just 6, 7 weeks ago for $875 and is now offering it up for $160. It's a 80+% loss. Somebody bought it. We don't know how much for though. But yeah, that's oof. What would you do? Would you hold or would you sell for the massive loss? Hope you don't lose all of it. I think I'd hold. Another thing, if you have any tips for Bean's Ballcard blog on the eBay PSA thing, put those in comments too. So Paul Lesko put out some some tweets with some memes. Wander Franco collectors trying to decide whether to sell or hold, and Wander, Zion, Ja, and vintage collectors just smiling as those guys burn to the ground. All right, I've seen this one around, and I've told this before. I prefer not to use a Eric Whiteback collectibles guru tweet, but I couldn't find this one specifically. You've probably seen this going around a lot. You've got Michael Orr's now former parents, I guess, in the background of this Ja Morant rookie card, and then you have Key Glock and Young Dolph and Crunchy Black. I've never heard of any of those people. I don't know who they are. And then somebody claims that this is Todd Bridges in the background here. I don't know if that's true. I don't know any of. I know who Todd Bridges is, of course, '80s TV sitcom star. So that this created a glut of people wanting to see more cameos, and you've got this. So somebody started this cameo thread. Here's Paula Abdul in the back of a Greg Grant 1990 NBA hoops card, and then Corey Haim in the background of this Candy Maldonado upper deck card from '91. And then everybody's seen this one, the Menendez brothers. Yeah, Menendez. After they had murdered their parents, but before they were arrested. This is one that pretty much everybody's familiar with. 1990 hoops, Mark Jackson. And then we have, oh yeah, so this is completely separate. The largest Messi collection in the world. Look at this. I'm not a soccer guy, but I can appreciate a good super collection. I actually have a another big super collector coming on, probably in September as things settle down for me. Uh, and it won't be this guy. I don't know if I'll have this guy on just because I don't know anything about soccer, but maybe I will. So yeah, largest Messi collection in the world. Damian Oliveira. Pretty cool. I'm actually going to bookmark that again for later, just in case I want to bring him on. This is an interesting one. So Chase Jordan posts this: the greatest public acquisition of a game worn item in recent memory. This MJ jersey sold in the June auction for about $27,000 at Gray Flannel, not photo matched. May Gray, which is a photo matching company, photo matched the jersey to games 3 and 4 of the 1996 Eastern Conference Finals versus Orlando. And this allegedly makes it $1 million plus jersey. Very cool. So I saved this and I thought, oh, this would be cool to see. But then last night, I saw this long tweet. I didn't even know you could include images in line in tweets like this. But Will Stern, who is this, writing about alt and whatever else on Rally Road. I don't know. There are some questions about whether this is legitimately the jersey from this Game 3 and Game 4 uh, series, and quotes the same tweet that I had. And then let's see. So he points out, had the jersey been matched to a humdrum regular season Bulls game, the price differential would likely be profitable for the buyer, higher than the 27,000 they paid for it, but not headline worthy. Very true. Maigret is putting their reputation behind the jersey. Uh, then Friday evening, another Twitter user and well-known collector posted a side-by-side of the jersey with a Getty photo from the game in question, pointing out a difference in the numbering on the jersey, which could discredit the photo match. And they've circled, and I don't. They say this photo clearly shows this isn't a match. I don't get it. I'm I'm not smart enough to see the differences here. Is it is it that they are thicker? I don't know. I can't figure it out. So Maigret responded by claiming that the images in question were not used to match the jersey. Instead, their authentication team relied upon obtained original photographs from a private photographer who worked games 3 and 4 for the NBA. Okay. Uh, so that the question is, did that photographer get his game numbers wrong or mislabel his photographs? I don't know. I just thought this was really interesting. I'll put this out there for you guys. Let me know what you think. And this is a follow up to a previous item. Iowa Treasurer's Auction put up a bunch of sports cards for sale a couple, 3 months ago, maybe. And they were just auctioning them off. They tried to find the owners of them. They came out of property vaults, so like safe deposit boxes. And somebody said, "Hey, that's a Michael Jordan rookie. You should get that authenticated, and you will make more money from it." So they did get it authenticated, and it came back a 7. Do we have a photo of it? No, of course not. Why would they put a photo of it in there? Came back a 7, and now they think it's worth about $5,000. Yeah, so 9 Jordan rookies with the 7 grade have been auctioned on eBay since June 1st with an average sale price of just over $5,000. So yeah, just a little update for you. It did get authenticated. Here's another update for you. That Doyle card that I did a Attic Find Friday video on a couple weeks ago, and I said, "How much do you think this will sell for? Will it clear $1 million?" And it did. It says 1.3 million here. It's 1.323 million. Why does that highlight everything? $1.323 million. This very, very rare error card sold for. Pretty cool. And then here is a graded GU10. I don't know how these bats, I don't know what GU stands for, but I'm sure some of you do. The uncracked Ruth bat can be seen from a photo in a 1923 benefit game, sold for uh, something. I promise you it did. The bat sold for over $1 million. Bizarrely doesn't say how much though. Okay, so yeah, pretty neat. And then a bunch of you sent me this find of a lifetime. This was on Blowout Cards. Somebody bought a 1933 Who's Who of Baseball hardback book for $65. If this sounds familiar to you, I did a Attic Find Friday on somebody finding a 1933 Who's Who of Baseball hardback book in Maine at a yard sale, loaded with autographs. I did that video probably 3 or 4 months ago. This person found the same exact thing, the same book, cheap, loaded with autographs. It doesn't have nearly as many. Walter Johnson, Rogers Hornsby, Mel Ott, Chief Bender, Cy Young. I mean, it's pretty impressive. Lou Gehrig. Um, so there's not as much of a story behind this one, and I'm not going to do this as a Attic Find Friday story. Late last night, Heritage Auctions, big, I think it's called the Platinum Auction or something like that, ended. Uh, and they had a lot of really cool stuff. I will do another video featuring their coolest stuff from this one just because there's some amazing stuff. but the Mantle game worn jersey from 1958 sold for $4.7 million. I wonder if that includes, yeah, that includes the buyer's premium. So somebody paid nearly $5 million for the Mantle jersey. Here, let me give you a better picture of that. And then the Mantle SGC9 sold for $4.5 million. This 33 Gaudy Ruth PSA 8.5 sold for just over $1 million. Babe Ruth rookie 5.5 sold for 840,000. And then this Last Dance playoffs game worn and signed Michael Jordan jersey sold for 645,000. Jackie Robinson authentic auto on the 48 Leaf 4849. It should be right. $588,000. So pretty cool. Here's a Mantle PSA 7 432,000. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. I will do a roundup video. This closed late last night or early this morning, so I haven't had a chance to gather anything else. But Heritage does a really good job with social media. So let's see here. So that's it. That's all I have today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in comments if you have any tips for anybody, or let me know what is your tips for Bean's Ball Card blog. I mean, also let me know what is your favorite item in here if you'd like to. I have a lot of fun stuff coming out this week, and Chris Sewell and I are recording our first episode of our upcoming talk show, which will air every other Monday starting a week from tomorrow. So that would be the first one would be Monday the 28th. Looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. All right. Have a great Sunday. Thanks.